Hey, Kevin here, top 100 financial advisor, two-time author, one-time bestseller, and we are here to talk about the stock market. Now, we'll give this quick disclaimer and warning. We will continue our options series. I wanted to pause real quick because Warren Buffett just made some big moves, or at least it was announced to us that he made these moves. He really made them in Q2. We'll talk about that and discuss like why this is important and how you could have prepared yourself in advance. And we have receipts on that. So we'll get to that in just a second. As you know, this is the Investor's Toolkit. You really, really want to consider investing in this class sooner than later. The prices will change on August 25th. So I'm giving you guys a heads up. But also we know that the average investor, especially during the coronavirus, lost an average of $22,000. And a part of that was poor investment selection. The other part of that is just not knowing how to react when the market moves and where to move your money. I know how to do that, and I know how to teach you guys how to do that. I'm going to prove to you why that's the case in just a moment with a lot of what Warren Buffett did. Now, if you don't know, Warren Buffett is like the world's top. He's the number one biggest investor in the world, but I think he's like 5 or 6, depending on what day you look, of the richest people in the world. He is known for normally, he's not perfect either, normally choosing good quality companies and holding for the very long term. Some of the most famous stocks he owns, or companies rather, Coca-Cola and Apple. He has big stakes in those. And anytime that he buys, because he's buying hundreds of billions of dollars at a time, or multi-billion dollars at a time, those companies tend to move. And when he buys into them, people like me and you and others put out articles and stuff, everybody's excited, and then everybody else invests behind him, and that kind of moves the stock up forward. So you guys have seen me cover some of his stuff before, but the key thing is here, always remember that when they call these the 13F filing, and he has to put this out, is by law he has to put it out, but it's for the previous quarter. So in this case, it would be April through June, and this is when he made those moves. So I don't know, I didn't know until today that these moves were made, and some of the stocks that he bought and sold were some of the stocks I've been telling you guys way back in May and even before then. So when I tell you something, when I put it in the course, you have got to listen, and we've got some receipts on those. All right, so this came out a few hours ago. This one is from Yahoo Finance, and obviously he owns Berkshire Hathaway. Let me move this, make it a little bit smaller so you guys can see. All right, so the first one, and this is the big headline, is that Warren Buffett bought gold. Yes and no. Warren Buffett bought a company that mines gold. He did not buy gold itself. Some people are going to automatically go off and like, I'm going to go buy gold, everybody go buy gold. I can almost guarantee you that there will be an article in the next few days from either CNBC, Yahoo Finance, or whoever else that's going to talk about how Robinhood investors or rookie investors made a mistake and bought gold and gold ETFs as opposed to this actual company. Now, I'm not going to give you guys an opinion on what I think about the company because I ain't heard of it until today. So I don't know whether you should or shouldn't buy. That's going to be a personal decision, and that's completely up to you. But again, this is a Canadian company that mines gold. It is not gold itself. It's a very important distinction. People are just going to conflate the two and think that it's time to buy gold. Is it time to buy gold? That's up to you. That's not something that I personally do. All right, now, he, as you can see here, about 20 million shares at about $563 million at the end of the quarter, it says. And shares of the gold is up about 3%. After hours. So like after this was announced, it's about up 3%. Now I will pull this up here if I can maneuver these controls the right way and show you guys that this stock has been up significantly this year. And as you can see here, we're comparing to the S&P 500 in red, which is at just 4% this year. Put myself down here, versus gold, the stock, Barrick Gold Corporation, is up 45%. At the time Warren Buffett bought it, it was somewhere between April and July. I said June earlier, April and July. So somewhere in here is when he picked it up. It is expected, because it's Warren Buffett, he's going to hold on to this for quite some time. You never know with the coronavirus, but normally he holds them for a very, very long time. That's gold. Now, the second thing he did, there were multiple things that he did. He actually dumped a lot of his financial stocks. Wells Fargo has been reported to be one of his favorite stocks. Now, you guys know how I felt about Wells Fargo, But we did a video on industries that I like and industries that I don't like. Financials, I was kind of iffy on. As you see here, he exited his stake in Goldman Sachs. He slashed portions of Wells Fargo and JP Morgan. I thought that JP Morgan was probably the best out of the banks, and we did a video on that. But again, got rid of Wells Fargo. You can see here, took out a huge cut. He cut 61% of JP Morgan, 61%, and then also cut Wells Fargo by 26%. That is a big deal. He does not clearly feel great about the financial industry in the months and maybe years moving forward. The same thing when he sold out completely of a lot of those airline stocks that I told y'all about in advance. That is just not an industry that you should probably be in if you're looking to do really anything. Will it come back eventually? Yeah, but when you say come back to what? The industry outside of Southwest Airlines was not that great to begin with. And if you come back and you're only getting 5%, so what? When other stocks are getting like 40, right? So you want to really, that context is always important. All right, now the other thing and what I am most excited about through all of this stuff is what I've been telling you for so long. So elsewhere, he added a stake. So he added a new stock, Kroger, buying 3 million additional shares, and his position is valued at $742 million. Kroger with Walmart and others, Costco being another one, I've been telling you guys about for a mighty long time. A part of those, and let me see if I can bring these up, are, wow, they're not here. So from my email list, I'm surprised it's actually not showing. Let me see if I can pull it up because I didn't close that window. Let's see. And it's not up. Great. That is wonderful for me. So let me, I'll pull down a screen share and show you guys in just a second. But there have been several of my emails that I've been telling you guys for months about what I felt about Kroger and how important I thought Kroger was. And, you know, it's up to you if you listened or not. But a lot of what I'm teaching you guys here, I'm pulling up now, a lot of what I'm teaching you guys here and what I definitely put into my course, including my monthly stock list, and my students know you have seen Kroger on there for quite some time. You would have been ahead of the curve because, again, we don't know these things until weeks, sometimes months after these 13 Fs are filed. So you're not going to know like in advance. The only way you know in advance is just you happen to know what to look at for yourself, and you just happen to hop on the right stocks at the right time. Who knows how to do that? Your boy, as well as my students that have been in the course. That's why I'm telling you guys, you really want to check out the Investors Toolkit. Now, I am pulling these emails up now, and I will share them with you in just a second. How do you get on the email list? Because someone is going to ask. You go to buildingbread.com/free, FREE, because the email list is free. And I give you guys this stuff, just like these live streams, just like these videos on YouTube, Instagram, and everywhere else for free. So you want to make sure that you hop on those. And if you really want to get the value, then you want to hop on the course. All right, make sure I have all those emails up, and I do. So let me go back here. I don't know why they didn't show up earlier. All right, so, and thank y'all for dealing with the tech issues. We're changing around the format, trying to make things work. And here we go. All right, so there are 3 separate emails. If I can throw them all up at one time, I would. And it's not gonna let me do that, but it will let me do this. Let's see, screen, there we go. There we go. All right, so I know it's sloppy. So we'll do one email on time. All right, so this email was from, and this is why you also want to make sure that the emails don't go to spam. You might want to do that. This is May 4th. May 4th. That is several months ago for where this video is done. All right, so I told y'all about how I was not a fan of United American Southwest. He got rid of $4 billion back then in May. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. There you go. Why waste your money in an airline when you can buy Kroger? It's up at this point in time, nearly 12% this year alone. That was May 4th. May the 4th be with you. So I've been telling you guys like, hey, you know, I'm not really feeling the airlines. I think a stock like Kroger might be a little bit better. So that's one email, one receipt from May 4th of this year. Let's go and see this one. This is June 5th, so almost a month later. Guess what? We're talking about, let's see, July, Going back to March 4th, American Airlines still down 6%. And during that same time frame, you could have invested in a stock like what? Kroger, which has made close to 12% at that point in time, and Nvidia, which is one of my better stocks that I like, and that one's up 31%. Been on record talking about it, right? So we got June, we got May, we got, what is this one? July. Apparently every month around the third or fourth, apparently is when I talk about Kroger. And this was one I've been telling you guys about here. I was able to choose stocks like Netflix, which has been good or had been good at the point of this this email, Microsoft, and Kroger as the pandemic hit. So we got May, June, July. Been telling y'all about Kroger. Warren Buffett apparently agrees with that. If you go here, you guys should be able to see the chart for Kroger, which has been up 22% versus the market at just close to 4.5%. So, like I've been saying, listen to your boy. But essentially, you want to understand like what's going on in the stock market. You don't want to be lost, and you don't want to be the average investor, like I said, that lost close to $22,000 just this year. And on average, when you count the fees and opportunity costs and things of that nature, the average investor lose on average like $1,500 a year. You don't have to do that. You can at least reduce that. And in some cases where everybody else is losing money, you can be put in the right positions. Now, I can't sit here and guarantee that Kroger or any of the stocks I mentioned are going to be the absolute best thing forever and ever and ever, or even until the end of the year. But what I can tell you is more likely than not, you're going to be in better places. You're going to be in better places because you know, just like I know in these Facebook groups and Instagram timelines and all this kind of stuff, people were really, really pressing for stocks that weren't good, stocks that, you know, everybody buy airlines, everybody buy these penny stocks. No, what have I been saying for months? You might want to get Kroger. You might want to check out Nvidia. You might want to check out Costco. Been saying that stuff for quite some time. Every month, like you may get these emails every now and then, which you should do, so sign up for those. But if you really want the value, you want to go to buildingbread.com/tools and sign up for the course. People in the comments who have been in the course, they will tell you how good it is. So make sure you do that. All right, so that is it for me. Again, Warren Buffett bought gold, the company, not actual gold. He also bought Kroger, and he also sold out of a lot of his financial holdings. All right, that's it for me. Make sure you share and like the video, and I will talk to you guys later.